Hi. We have this saying, if you want to know how spiritual you are, if you want to know how enlightened you are, visit your family. Now, what on earth does that mean? Oh my gosh, I can see these hairs sticking up. And it's no offense to anyone, but it's typical because you've spent all your life with your family that there's patterns, reactions, judgments. I know all about you. I know this is who you are. It's very easy to get into those patterns. Even if you haven't seen each other for years, you see each other again, and next minute those patterns are back in place. And usually there's an element of control, like trying to prove you're better, trying to prove yourself to your parents that you're successful or happy or good, no matter what life choices you've made. Trying to prove yourself to your siblings that you're right. And it's almost like you could be like 50, 40, 60 years old, and yet these patterns can flare up. So that's what we say, that if you want to see how enlightened you are, be around your family. Because being around strangers or people that haven't got such a history with you or didn't know you before you embarked on your spiritual journey, they don't have anything to compare you to, and so they don't trigger you, or they don't press your buttons, or go back into old stuff that can just be so annoying. Like why do you get annoyed and upset when your brother or your sister mentions something a certain way? Well, the answer is because it's been happening for not just one time, but years and years and years. And so it's a pattern that's already there. So when it happens again, you react. So it's fascinating to actually be around family and recognize divinity in everything. It's absolutely fascinating to take the high road and not argue, not try and be right. It's fascinating just to watch your own patterns trying to prove yourself, and just let go, don't care. Because the spiritual being who you are doesn't care, has nothing to prove. So I was just speaking to a friend this morning who has just been around family and had, let's not say a tough time, but it was an interesting time. She was very aware of seeing these patterns and the game she had to play with herself to either say what needs to be said or to let go or to not react, which is fabulous. And I've just been around family, and it's beautiful to see how things might have upset me in the past or annoyed me in the past. And then this time, there was such a devotion to service. Excuse me, I've still got this cough. There was such a devotion to service and allowing whatever's happening to be okay. And my part in it was simply to give wherever I could. That it actually was a very fascinating and mostly joyful time, because my own experience was of giving. So I wasn't judging or thinking or needing to protect me, right? So there can be a difference there. I like this look. Look at this with the gold behind me. So I would suggest these videos often have little tips for you. A little tip for how you can see yourself in the spiritual realm, but living in this world, is to really see your reactions when you're with family. It's not about them changing, it's about you. Say what you need to say, but see where you get upset. See where you've got to make a point. See where you're trying to protect something, where you're trying to get them to understand your way. You know, that's all coming from your judgments of something being right. Just see and switch it to giving. letting go. Like, who cares? Make your peace more important than anything and see what happens.